Massive
ego.
ego. Almost as big as my penis. Did Alliance just not ban? That's a non-ban. What? What? Reserve time is gone? They disconnected. We're in a different...
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Get out of here.
How long have we been waiting? I am 40% sure that they are going to start without us.
Nope, nope, nope. Lobby's still there.
8 out of 10. We can make it.
Go! So somebody must have had the wrong first pick, wrong side, wrong so many things. We're here before the Russian production. They don't know. They don't know right now. They don't know. They're still in the last game.
That's pretty funny. They've thrown it to casters too.
The casters just sitting there, and they're right now they're just looking at the draft, going, "What's happening?"
Can we go to main feed, Rob? This would be great.
They're like, "We waited a really long time. There's no ban."
Yeah, this is very interesting that they've actually chosen not to ban. They're such cocky assholes. How could they do this?
That's my favorite.
To our region.
That's my
wow.
favorite.
They've also gone for a non-ban strategy.
Now they're both going to drink. All right.
In sync. Perfect. Guys, no dead hair. Come on, take turns.
No, it's ASMR sipping.
I think they still don't know. They smiled recently. I thought that was the give. Like, oh, we finally got told. We've just been wasting our time.
Oh, I thought they noticed the black...
Wait for RU cast. They literally just wrote that in the game lobby. They're like, ready. Both teams are ready. Saying go. Wait for RU cast. You guys are running the tournament.
My favorite thing is when there is some sort of disconnect or a random pick or something like that, and you're sitting there and you have to analyze it and you talk about it all serious, and they're like, "Oh, never mind, we have a reconnect." And you're just like, "Oh God."
Yeah. The techies carry, huh?
You're like, "Oh God, I just tried to look so smart about this unusual situation, and what a fool I've made myself to be." They're
still going.
They're not looking at the screen as much. All right, now let's see if they draw attention. Alchemist first pick.
They're still not in the lobby, so I can tell you this continues on.
I wish I had game or sound from them.
Oh God, I wish I did
Even
too.
Even if we don't understand it, it would be like very telling, their tone of voice.
That's so right. Are they actually?
I think they're actually analyzing the Alchemist, the no bans Alchemist first pick.
Oh, this is the first time they've done this, right? Like normally it's the panel. The full panel will do analyzation.
I think so. Yeah.
The camera's pulling out, so
that guy needs to literally read it.
All right, Beastmaster. What hero pick is going to tip them off?
Very low win rate hero. This is already. They've gotten it.
All right,
they've gotten it.
They just start laughing. All right, drink more now, guys.
Divide.
Versuit is not laughing enough or smiling enough there for me not to be slightly confused.
Yeah.
The guy on the right had some tells. He's like, oh, ha ha ha, claps his hands or whatever. But they made it far. They made it far. Yeah.
Not us. We knew. We knew right away.
You knew. I don't know how long I would have lasted. I would have gone 4 picks in.
Dude, there's no way they lose all their reserve time to do a non-ban.
Yeah.
That would be unheard of.
Hey, they made it.
Dota 2. Kevin, look at the camera.
It looks like they're actually ready.
All right, we're ready to go. WePlay 3D. We know which one is the camera obs that does all the unique animal shots.
I'm going to friend them.
That is WePlay 3D.
And then I'm going to mute them. That way, if I ever play a Dota game with them.
I thought you were going to say, then I'm going to message them. Tell them to stop looking at the goddamn monkeys when there's a team fight about to happen.
I could actually do that, I suppose. Like, when it happens, I'd be like, yo.
Stop it!
They forgot to sign out because they have no friends on the account, so then it just pops up on their feed.
I could change my name to Stop Zooming Out on on the Throne when 2 teams are fighting on the throne, please.
Yeah.
No one wants cranes.
I do. You do.
I personally do.
How could you say that? I also like how they got back into the lobby, and then the WePlay main, a.k.a. the actual RU caster, said, ready, all chat, like in all caps. It's like,
Did we ever settle this? Are they herons? Are they cranes?
5 seconds
I'll do some research during this game.
Some bird research.
Can we get an? Is it an ornithologist? Is that the right one?
Sounds cool. You know what?
I should
An ornithologist?
Take the draft wheel.
Can you get on the Twitter for
Don't
us?
jump to my screen.
And hit us up. I'm going to look that up right now. I'm going to be so pleased with myself if I got that right.
Get it right.
Heron bird.
Person who studies or is an expert on birds. Woo!
Here, hold on. Go ahead and there you go.
Woo!
There you go. Wow, you're an expert on knowing who's an expert of what.
So
yeah, see that's my specialty.
That called?
I'm not the best play-by-play caster. I'm not the best analyst. I'm not the best bird watcher. I am the best at knowing who's the best at other things.
Quick question for both of you, since we haven't gotten into picks yet.
Yeah.
How do you feel when people say in their Twitter profile or wherever else, "I'm your favorite commentator's favorite commentator"?
That sounds disgustingly arrogant. Who has it?
I'm just curious. I've seen a few people out in the esports world.
Oh.
not Dota.
Any Smash casters? Is
Mainly
there one?
Smash
Oh, I'm
PC.
gonna go find him. Is it Scar?
No. He's got his own type of arrogance. That's different. Love you, Bobby.
So herons and cranes are big gray birds, but there are some very distinct differences. The heron flies with its neck bent and head tucked in, so it appears short-necked. With long trailing legs, the crane flies with neck outstretched like a goose.
So we need to see it fly first before
But also
we know.
trails its long legs behind. Maybe there's a type of crane that is Asian-themed.
Yeah, I'm sure
like
somebody's
the
going
map.
to recognize it off of the markings. That's what it's going to be.
I see. The image is very helpful here.
Ah, yes.
It looks like a heron.
Yeah, we should show that.
There's
Show that
no
to
way.
the
There's
audience
no
real
way you should
quickly.
show this. I have a lot of tabs open.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yep. There's approximately 10 tabs. You didn't even visually verify before you were like, you had your finger on
I was ready.
the nuclear explosion
I was
button.
tell-
I'll
I was
switch
telling
if
him
you
to go.
verbally tell me to go for
I
it.
verbally asked and thought that was enough. But
I don't know about you, but I usually look at NSFW things during the draft. That would have been a big
Yes.
mistake.
Yeah,
tabs
I got to get my excitement going on for the game.
How else are you supposed to get hype for Dota 2, man?
Got to be full mass before I can cast some Dota.
Couldn't really tell the difference in my voice, and the viewers find it better.
I was
don't know what it
actually
is.
So which one flies like Phoenix? Is that the heron? With
So
the
it's about
egg
the
stack
bend in the
with
neck.
the-
If there's like a bend in the neck, like an S curve kind of, then it is the heron. It's like a weird ass
I
crank. It's
see.
like somebody grabbed it and pulled it really hard, and it's like stuck that way.
I would say Phoenix is probably a Phoenix.
The crane is more curved, and it's
Shut
a
up,
straight
Rob.
neck.
You're no ornithologist.
Straight neck when flying. So I think it looks
Okay.
like a heron kind of, because it's kind of squat like that, and it kind of like S curves when it's standing.
Yeah.
Like a
What
snake.
about an egret?
I have no idea.
Jesus,
How do you even
Rob.
spell that, Rob?
Throwing
Please.
some kinks in the system here,
E-T-R-E-T?
including the kinks on Kevin's tabs here.
It appears it's a heron. It's any of several herons, most of which are white or buff,
Because these ones are white on the map.
but there's red on them.
markings.
It's a white.
Any
It's a multiple herons.
ornithologists out
But
there, please.
I just want you to know that I instantly identified that it was a heron based on its neck shape. It was
job.
clear. We know something new. It's all about the bend, guys. Nothing wrong with a little bend in the neck.
I'm out.
In fact, that's normal for some.
Shaker and Silencer are the pickups from Odium. We've got Weaver and Phoenix on the side of Alliance. So we are having... which way did this go? Weaver first pick and then Earthshaker Silencer, right? Because those both counter Weaver.
Just look at the arrows in the middle. Haven't you ever used those before?
Oh my God, you're
Isn't
right.
that beautiful? The only problem is that when you go to a really fancy tournament, they cut off the middle and they
Yeah.
take these like rectangles out, and then you can't tell anymore. And you have to be
Yeah.
like, so who had first pick? And then you have to try to figure it out, and it's awful. But you just look at these little baby arrows; it's so nice.
Oh, see, I don't ask the question, and I just word my sentence in a way that pairs them together, but doesn't make it obvious that I don't know which one is first pick.
That way, the people that either know or don't know will assume that you are on.
Yeah, exactly.
Their
So
wavelength,
I'll
yeah.
just say we've got Earthshaker and Silencer on one side, and Weaver and Phoenix in response.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
You know,
Well,
and
save
that
that
way,
line for your big tournaments.
10 seconds
what
remaining.
they pick Phoenix though into Silencer though.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's
No.
like last word counters dive, but that was really relevant when Phoenix was like an offlane hero versus a tri-lane. Super relevant because that's like, can your offlane escape when they do gank him? But now it's like dual lanes, who gives a shit? It's not that big of a deal.
What about the fact you global silence and you can't use anything else to protect the Phoenix egg?
But you've got a GPM talent 90 at 10. You're gonna get a Lotus Orb, probably your first item, maybe your first major item.
No. I mean other people protecting the egg. They're silenced.
Just kill him fast. I don't know.
just kill the enemy.
Just effing kill him. Yeah. That's one way to do it.
Ooh, this is the support Alliance Chaos Knight.
Maybe.
It
does bring me back to the Chaos Knight Phoenix dual lane that wrecked face so hard the other day. Could see that. I would love to see that more. I would love for it to be standard.
Is Chad impressed with my knowledge of what an ornithologist
There's
is?
no ornithologists in chat as of right now, and so no one really appreciates.
Radiant team back.
If they are, they accidentally navigated to the page
It's like
and
bringing
aren't
a
paying
young
attention.
child to like a cool tourist spot, and they like just don't quite get it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize what you're looking at right now.
It's going all
Chat doesn't
over
really
all of your
appreciate
guys'
you,
heads.
is all.
You don't appreciate how good I am.
You guys,
For this game,
I'm
we're
your
just-
commentator's
we're just
favorite
gonna mute
commentator.
Cap
You
this
know
game.
that?
You'll know the difference.
as we might finally see a CK Ags for the first time ever in my experience.
Yeah.
Their team
That'd be
back.
sick.
What does it even do?
After he gives it to the Weaver
I
and the
actually don't
Phoenix.
You can use it on other people
Uh-huh.
or yourself.
Uh-huh.
Use
And I
what?
think it lowers the cooldown. I think that's
Reality Rip?
your ultimate.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, you reality rift other people, other
I
allies.
don't know.
Or no,
use it
sorry,
all?
Phantasm, yeah.
Phantasm, yeah. That's the
It could be really good on
That's
Alchemist.
sick.
And they do with 100% damage, right? Still reduced against towers.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's great this game. It could be good on Alk if he has the right items, but I mean, he's going to be like Radiance stuff, which is fine.
Yeah.
You just use it on yourself basically every time anyway.
Could be good on the Weaver.
Radiant
Yeah,
team
that's actually with the mega value. Be like, look, I'm going to give this to you, but only on the condition that you only ever use your ultimate for me.
They just switch.
The
Even Tusk.
he's gonna be the last one to receive an Aghanim Scepter, though, right?
Tusk or CK?
Because I think in this order it goes Weaver, Phoenix, Tusk, then Chaos Knight.
I could see Phoenix and Tusk being swapped if Phoenix
Sure.
has lots of money.
Sure. Yeah.
10
Um,
seconds remaining.
But yeah, the Tusk one is always really situational anyways.
5
So I think
seconds
I
remaining.
definitely agree with you. So I messed around with Alchemist the other day. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the Unstable Concoction talent at 20, the plus 400 damage or whatever, it's just like a flat plus 400.
Yes.
It's like you instantly stun it and throw it, 400 damage.
Yep.
I kind of wish that would scale a little bit,
Yes.
perhaps. That would be my first way that I maybe nerf Alchemist, because it kind of defeats the spirit of the skill in a huge way, which
Yes.
is, in my opinion, a little bit disappointing.
It is incredibly stupid, I think, that it doesn't scale.
And what I'm trying to get to is that I mentioned this in one of the other casts that I've gone cleave on Alk at 20 rather than getting the stun,
Uh-huh.
and I think against a PL it's actually really legit
Okay.
because
Sure.
it's a half battle fury basically. A battle fury is like 35% cleave, 40% cleave, something like that. It's a half battle fury. You already attack fast. You buy some damage items, and I think it's just so much easier than trying to throw Unstable Concoction stuns on him because it's just always up. You're always ready to cleave, you know.
Mhm.
Whereas if you throw the stun, if he doppelgangs, boom, dodged, or maybe silences you, or
And then, if you give the Aghanim Scepters to the Chaos Knight, and he goes and phantasms your Alchemist, you've got a bunch of cleaves.
illusions don't cleave.
Damn it, Purge!
It looks like they're cleaving.
Why do you ruin my dreams?
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I thought Phantasm would be.
There's a lot of people that buy Battle Fury that also have a Manta style, like Anti-Mage.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe not a lot, but some. So yeah, we won't be seeing that. But it is Boxy playing Chaos Knight, so it's carry Chaos Knight. That's a beefy looking horse.
Oh.
Do you see how much mass that thing had? It was like the
Yeah.
Trojan horse.
What do you think about the last big Dragon Knight?
I didn't even know it happened, but I can give you my opinion on it now.
Okay.
Tanky hero, good at pressuring and tempoing.
Mhm.
And considering he's paired with Axe, Silencer, Earthshaker, those four heroes are basically going to be able to move around the map and get shit done while the PL's AFK farming. And I feel like that is going to allow them to possibly out-gank and out-pressure against like a Weaver Alk.
Yeah.
Because those two heroes both need to farm. And CK is slightly like that.
I really like his natural armor against the Concoction and the Chaos Knight. right? Like a
Yeah,
lot
that's a
of
good point.
physical damage coming out.
With that said, though, armor is fantastic against CK, but it helps a lot. But CK still will kill you.
He has
He
so
will
much
still kill you.
physical damage.
Yeah.
It's like it almost doesn't matter how much armor you have. That he's just gonna blow you up sometimes.
And they also have a Phoenix on the other lane or on the other team, so
Yeah.
lots of magic damage from Sunray at various points too. So
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be surprised if you see like a Solar Crest on Tusk. Not that it's like the best minus armor solution, but
I don't think I've seen anybody take the cleave before.
Is it 30%
on
now?
the Alchemist? Yeah.
that's legit, dude. I don't think anybody has because they're not obsessed about theory crafting like me. But yeah, it's 40% cleave for Battle Fury. It's literally a free Battle Fury cleave-wise. Just about 3/4 of it.
The all-important bounty runes with an Alchemist lineup. Can Alliance secure at least 2 of them? Looks like they're invading in the bottom lane. And Taiga! Oh, no. Slayer's already in position. Thought Taiga was going to be able to get a 3rd bounty rune for them. Okay, now is your time. Do the Ice Shard play. Nice. Well played.
He's actually taking a lot of damage from that, though. Maybe it was that. Yeah, OETB. Okay, went to top tower. That was actually pretty costly for him because he actually started with a Stout Shield and a Orb of Venom. Already brought himself a salve. Yo, there's another monkey in this game. It's the Dire Courier.
Don't worry. This WePlay cameraman is going to be on it. Oh, he's already on it.
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Nothing else matters. Never change the screen, Rob. This is how we're watching the whole game.
Isn't that
I can pull up CS, though.
Isn't that a baboon? Are
It's
they
a
the
monkey.
ones with the markings
Check his
on
butt. Yeah.
Does it look like a baboon,
That's
Cap?
it?
What does that look like? That tail is very distracting.
You mean that booty?
I was talking about the brown spike above the booty. All right, you want to focus on the Dota games.
Rob, get out of here.
Rob,
Stop staring at
how could
monkey
you?
butts.
Sorry, that was me.
Goddamn pervert. Bottom lane is going to be a Phantom Lancer Silencer versus the Boxy Chaos Knight and the Phoenix. And then top lane is our top lane is where we're gonna have our first blood.
You know, we did look at a monkey booty for a while, but because that was ahead of time, we actually didn't lose that much time.
That's true.
I'm pleased with how that went.
Slayer, he's going to go down in this bottom lane, but Insania does have the curse still on him. He managed to get the Fire Spirits, but it's not enough to stop Ox from claiming his head.
So this is kind of what we saw last time I saw the CK Phoenix. I think the game that you were sleeping for. Go to the lane, cast spells, they die, you respawn, come back. The difference, though, is CK is missing all of his mana now, which does he have? He has 2 mangoes, so it's going to be fine. He can definitely cast spells here, but... And it's harder to beat up the PL as much, I guess, because he can always doppelgang off the first Fire Spirit, and then it's sometimes hard to follow up with the other ones, but I assume that is what they're going to keep doing. Just sit in the lane, fight constantly, and out-trade them.
He could dodge the stun of the Chaos Knight. Maybe even like get out after he gets Reality Rift pulled in or something. This mid matchup, I hope we don't watch a whole lot of it because it's super boring. It's a Dragonite Alchemist. They literally just both farm against each other. Insania does have the last word on him. Silence for now, so Ox is still going to try and get that kill, but a stun out and with the Reality Rift pulling him back into the stun, allowing Ox, he's actually going to be hit by that Icarus dive, meaning he's slowed down even further. Boxy might just be able to get this kill, turns around, goes for the lands, 2-second stun. That's enough for Boxy to claim his life. Now Slayer is going to turn onto Insania, try and pick up that kill with the ticking curse. It's not enough. He actually gets the heal out from the healing south now, and it's going to be Slayer who dies as well next to, unless our Phantom Lancer could turn around and slow him enough. No. He actually just tried to get more last word damage on Insania, assuming that his life was over, I guess.
It's like the best thing about CK by far is that he's just... It's literally his first skill, is like the redeeming qualities. He's got high HP, and he's got a relatively valuable first skill for low skill points.
Yeah.
It doesn't scale well, but he just stuns you, and it does a ton of damage too. It's like 100 damage on average, level 1. No, way higher than that, actually. It's like 140 damage. Something like that. Yeah, about that. 135. 135 damage level 1. A 1.5 second stun on average. That's an incredible level 1 skill. And he just casts this constantly. Trades mangoes for it. Each mango's about 1 stun. Spams it, and it's 10-second cooldown, so you can cast it like multiple times in the same interval. So just dumps to the lane, and it creates space for a Phoenix who's normally overly pressured.
Yeah.
Reduced attack speed, stun, constantly dealing tons of damage. You just win lanes with it. And if that creates the space that gives Alchemist a super free farm game, then that's all they need to do.
And I don't believe this top lane is going to go as well for Odium as the Alliance off lane is going. It's an Axe plus an Earthshaker against a Weaver. Now Ghostic is going to try and get aggressive here, but first we're going to watch Slayer, who's going to get dove on. They did have the last word, so the Phoenix is going to return back to the spot that he left from, but still pulled back by the Reality Rift. Boxy does manage to get that kill, faking out the stun, forcing Ox to actually go for the Doppelganger. There's that kill in the top lane that we were talking about. Ghostic managed to get the call, but it doesn't matter. Alliance Mickey manages to keep himself alive. Healing Sal, dive into Delilah maybe. Decides against it, especially with the Axe coming back so quickly. In fact,
this is dangerous though.
Taiga, Fisher into a call. If he gets in, he spins. Taiga's definitely dead, and there's the one spin. Oh, it's not enough. Taiga, another great ice shards. He's so good at that little boost.
I can't even see him. He doesn't even stop moving when he does that. It's insane.
Yeah. And now Slayer's dead again. Alliance just, they're machines. Finding kills everywhere. 7-1 already and 5.5 minutes in.
Slayer very talented at dying this game. Did he get a bounty rune at least? He got 1. I'm sorry, he did get 2. I guess he got both bounty runes. That's actually pretty worth it. Yeah, there's the call he had. Got kind of close to killing the Weaver, but level 1 call doesn't last super long. You need a lot of creeps, you need a lot of spins. Hard to secure that.
And with the bug already on him, just meant once that call faded away, he had so much minus armor.
That's true. Is Boxy just ferrying out mangoes? Because he's still got 2 mangoes. I don't know where he keeps getting these.
Must be.
I mean, item-wise, he's only advanced to a Gloves of Haste and a Brown Boots. So he must be spending a lot on the mangoes.
And I doubt that Koifa needs that much regen in that mid lane against the Dragonite.
It's probably true. Level 5 on him, 3 points in Grieval's Greed, maxing out as soon as possible because it does increase the bounty rune gold. That's basically why Silencer was dying for the bounty rune anyways, because it's not just about a regular bounty, it's about the bonus that Hulk will
Koifa,
get.
he knows about this. I'm not entirely sure how he knows that Odium was wrapping around behind like that. They brought both the Silencer as well as the Earthshaker to try and catch the Alchemist, but he is an elusive one, it seems. Boxy trying to fake out the stun. Oxy's going to use it now. Time lapse on Mickey here in this top lane. Bottom lane, looks like they're still chasing out that Phantom Lancer. 3-second stun, too, with the Fire Spirits on him. Ox does not have the Doppelganger, so the Icarus dive on top of him will guarantee a lot of damage. Insani is the one to pick up the kill. The Fisher may not be enough. The Boxy, he lives. 2-second stun as well. And just a little bit of heal. Might be able to survive through the curse, but no. He casted far too many spells. It was going to last a while.
It was a really good try on the Sunray, though. I think he just didn't think he could hold it the whole time or something.
Call.
So the call.
Ghostic does survive long enough that the bug eventually falls off, but Ghostic, oh, he gets the Culling Blade onto the toss. Now we can use that movement speed. Instead, he's going to try and fight Mickey, but there's so much damage from the Shikuchi. Just end up dying.
A little lucky that he got a spin there. If he doesn't get that spin, the chop doesn't work out.
Jumping back to his death, the last word on the Icarus dive. Always feels bad when you're trying to escape. He does die, but Ox, he's actually going to try and fight Boxy a little bit here, but Boxy fights him right back and may be able to get the kill. Still loses sight of him for a moment. That means he's not able to get the stun he really needed. Ox is going to go back in with the Phantom Rush, but Boxy, Chaos Knight, man, is just so tanky.
And that's what you got to abuse. You got to abuse his first 2 skills, I guess. It's mostly about slow, patient right clicks and
4-second stun. That is a lot of time for Boxy to take Slayer apart bit by bit.
Like once you build treads, you're getting like, I don't know, like 40% more out of your mana pool. So you just get to cast stuns constantly while still attacking faster.
Look at Ghostic, he's praying for spins so he could Culling Blade Mickey. Doesn't get him though.
Okay. Just a little harass. Silencer's like, I would like to cast a spell that doesn't involve me immediately dying afterwards. Good.
How many times has he died now? 2, 5, and 1.
I didn't even realize it was that bad. It's a tough one.
5 deaths in 9 minutes.
Observer ward here blocking that large camp on the right, but the medium camp does get stacked. Ultimately, the better one to pick up. Bounty rune's in about 45 seconds, so that's going to be the next big rotation we see. Radiant's going to want to fight over it, because that way Alk does not get a free one.
Good fire spirits here hit there from Insania. It could make the difference here between this tower falling or not. Naive and Lil will fully commit for it. Insania can't stop it by itself, and nobody from Alliance is really rotating over for him. After all, this is just Alchemist farming time anyway. And the stack apparently for Ghosted.
That is so sick that he stole that.
Yeah.
Because that was like the ideal stack for an axe anyways. But man, that would have been like 3 times the gold, 4 times the gold maybe if Alk took it.
Made him use the shrine. That was smart from Ghostic as well. Icarus dive comes in, immediately stunned up by Naive, but they don't actually want to be here because the Supernova is ready to go. They're going to turn and try and kill the egg as quick as possible. The stun's just not there from Boxy. Now the Fissure separating the two, so Naive can get back, and Enchant Totem hit onto Boxy as well. Tries to use the Reality Rift onto the Ancients, giving himself a little bit of space into that high ground, and Odium will not pursue Ghostic, using the Culling Blade on the Illusion to make sure he gets extra movement speed to get the hell out of there.
That doesn't put it on cooldown for illusions?
Apparently not.
I did not know that.
Me neither.
I'm going to chop a lot more PL illusions. Holy crap. That's super value. They've got 2 points in Fissure. It's a decent 1.25 seconds on, and Global
With the
Silence.
Global Silence and the extra movement speed on Ghostic, they are going to be able to get this call with the last word on top of Mickey as well. He will have no opportunity to get a time lapse off.
Okay. He's making a lot happen, despite... Like, Ghostic is actually just winning through adversity consistently here. Where, like, he can stomp the lanes where he's supposed to do well or even, and then when he's behind, he's having some trouble, but he's not getting nothing out of it. And then he's also rotating in really smart ways with few resources to make stuff happen.
Seem to always form these really good kill squads with him, Lil, and Slayer. Really good synergy between these 3 players at this point in the game, every single game that we see them.
Auk is more or less at his Radiance right now. 3,400 gold away from his Relic, and he's already got the Radiance recipe, so now going to accept the situation of his medium camp here. But that should finish him up. It's really close, 100 gold away. He does point out that it's blocked, though. I like the Shadow Blade idea on Dragon. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Might be able to catch the Chaos Knight or Weaver. Chain lock him down or something. Also allows him to scale better than Blink Dagger does.
Let's go on the double bracer build. It's very similar to what we saw from the other CK. He just committed them a little earlier previously. I'm going to go draw him afterwards, and then maybe an Atos if he fully commits. But I'm not sure if the Atos is as good this game. Doesn't really do anything against Axe, or it's okay against PL, not very good against Dragon Knight.
So what, you would Reality Rift Rod of Atos, right? Pull them into the
or
projectile.
Or you Atos as you're approaching, and then throw stun. That way they don't like blink dodge it or disjoint it. But basically he just like rush treads, triple bracer, and a wand, and he had like 2,000 HP right away.
Well, he's going to need a lot more HP than that to survive through this gank. Does manage to get off the Phantasm. Maybe shouldn't have used it, honestly. Little hope for him to get out of there, and that's going to be on cooldown for 2 minutes. Bottom lane. Throw down the Global Silence just to make sure, but it looks like Mickey was well caught by Ghostic. How does he keep on getting close to this Weaver?
I have no idea. I thought for sure when the observer clicked on the hero that he was going to have a blink dagger, but doesn't have it. Just walks in again, gets a melee range one. And with that catch, it's make Global Silence so good. Global Silence has been used solely to guarantee a Weaver kill. It's a big fight on the bot tier 2.
Supernova goes off. Is Insania gonna try for it? He does, and Naive catches him. Really good reactions by Naive every single time to be able to get these stuns on the Phoenix. They still have the Tusk on the other side, though, so they do collect that Axe bounty. Lil, left alone here in this top lane, turns around, Fisher's onto Mickey, but he still has the bug on him.
That was perfect timing.
Sometimes there's only so much that you can do. No matter what kind of good plays you pull, you're still dead.
1,400 gold towards his Blink Dagger. Slightly punished this game on Lil. Normally he gets it a little faster, but he's actually only 0-1 and 3 right now. He's doing fantastic. Just maybe not as much free farm. I would say part of it is just that Dragonite has been so consistently pushing lanes that it's like one of those things where it takes up a lot of farm on the map. Like, it's great that they're taking towers, and they're killing a lot of the towers, but that doesn't mean an easy place for Earthshaker to just hit creeps for 3 minutes.
First reveal, the Blink Dagger on Taiga. Nice shards once again, man. Oh, first his Earth Spirit was super sick. Godly Tusk shards.
It's got to practice that stuff. It's incredible how seamless it is.
Yeah. He must, I wonder if he shift Qs it.
It's kind of what it looks like, right? And most of these chases are slightly long. Like, that's the only way that it could be so fast. Like,
he
maybe
shift Qs to a point and then shift Qs the shard slightly behind that point.
Like, knowing the exact distance that it takes to do it. That's I think you're right.
Q forward again.
That would make perfect sense. Because he's done it so flawlessly and it's been so fast that it does look like a shift Q.
Yeah.
And that way, you could basically look on the screen and know, like, oh, it's like this tiny distance. That's the perfect amount. And that way you can estimate it rather than estimating, like, where am I clicking in front of my hero in relation to how fast I'm moving and shit. Like, it'd be way harder to do it that way consistently. So I think you're right. He's definitely he's got to be shift queuing it. That's got to be the... And sometimes, like, it sounds so easy now. And that's something that any of us could now go practice. But the fact that he did it first,
yeah, from our perspective at least, is amazing. Really shows the skill level. Great catch on Koifa here for Odium, using the Axe and Dragonite, and as well as the Global Silence being used. Not going to find anything else. It doesn't really look like they're going to be able to use this Dragonite ultimate to take any objectives, but still, well worth it to slow down this. Oh, the pullback in with the snowball already on to Lil. Echo Slam! Fisher as well. He might be able to kill Taiga. He might be able to pull himself back into that tower as well. They have to dive in deep to be able to get that one. And now Ghostic is hot on pursuit for Boxy, but he's just a little bit slower. The Chaos Knight is so fast. Now they're going to be slowed down by the Icarus dive as well as the shards. Boxy considers coming back in with that stun. Finally, Naive is here. They managed to get the Dragon Tail onto Baxi, but a snowball prevents him from being able to get the call as well as the Culling Blade going back out. Boxy turns around, hits the stun onto Ghostic. That's a 4-second one with the Sunray on top of him. Ghostic, he's dead. Koifa is back for revenge. Double kill for Mickey, and Alliance just keep on outplaying Odium in these little fights.
The Earthshaker kill shouldn't even been that hard, but he got a little unlucky on the stun. It was less than a 2-second stun there. And he's probably max. I know he's at least 3 points. Yeah, he's actually got 4 points of Chaos Pulse. That was pretty unlucky. Didn't it? It said 1, right? Did it say 1? Maybe he only had 3 points at the time. He might have leveled up since then, but I saw 1. But might be wrong.
I'll believe you.
Technically, that should be impossible. If he had a level 4, it's probably level 3 though at the time.
Blink Dagger already for Taiga on his Tusk. So that's going to help him a lot. To get in position for those defensive snowballs, the Axe is going to have a really hard time initiating. Like, you don't really expect to be countered this early on into the game as the Axe.
In the same vein, though, Tusk cannot die because he's smart at shift queuing. Just been dominating. He's got GPM talent too. It's like it's an Alchemist in the mid lane.
Gonna be called up. Lil jumps in after him. The Enchanto, and there's the Blink Snowball. But there's so many heroes here. Maybe the Blink away from Koifa can actually get him out of here. Taiga, he is the sacrificial lamb. Given up to be able to save the Alchemist's life. But Lil still wants to be able to grab him blink for blink. They are trying to chase down Koifa here. Turns around, gets the unstable concoction, doesn't hit Ghostic, but gets the kill onto the Earthshaker. Now it's going to be Boxy trying to bail out Koifa as well, turning around with the Reality Rift Chaos Bolt stuns. Can't get a kill and will die, but does get the Alchemist out.
And that's all that really matters. Like, CK is going to be a little underfarmed this game, but he's spending all of his money on items that matter now in a pretty big way. And yes, they have a lot of damage, but at some point, Alka's going to be so farmed that it's like, here's a 4,000 gold item, CK. And it's not going to make CK that much better, but that kind of an impact is going to push him over the edge and help him catch up in a big way.
Shadowblade stun on Mickey with a follow-up call from Ghostic, as well as Lil joining in. They just have so many chain stun opportunities in this game, especially with the early Blink and the Shadowblade, that it's hard for Alliance to play this game clean without getting picked off.
Oh, he went for Breathe Fire damage reduction as well. Makes total sense. He's gone Soul Ring, so he doesn't really need the extra mana. But that's incredible against CK as well. Yeah. The hero only buys strength items typically to make his illusions better. So that means Breathe Fire is just going to have all of his damage. Let's see, like, ult gets Breathe Fired and then ulties or something. So maybe CK won't be the man this game.
Manta now for the Alchemist. Blade Mail on the Axe, though. Significant upgrade for the Axe's solo kill potential.
Just kind of hanging around. Boundary Rune's in about 20 seconds, so looks like they're trying to set up for this.
Sania is getting on the high ground, getting vision down as well, but they've already stumbled in. Taiga caught by Ghostic, but is able to get the snowball off, and he can blink away immediately afterwards. Trying to threaten. Nice blink away, but he's still caught by Naive.
That was a good positioning by Dragon. I mean, that he doesn't have time to aim perfectly. He's going to jump it somewhere in that area of the map.
Really good on Odium to be able to pull that snowfall so far back. Now Boxy turns around, Echo Slam onto 2. They've caught Mickey as well with a Fissure. They might be able to give him the unstable concoction. Mickey still can't get off the time lapse. Koifa tried his best, but the stun wasn't good enough to be able to bail out his allies. Now he's just got to get out of here. And Sania is going to be running interference here, and buyback here from Boxy is going to be able to get the stun onto Slayer, but it's not enough. Koifa is already dead. Now they keep on moving forward, and Sania's going to be the next one caught. His dive is down for him, and Boxy just can't get a hold of these heroes. He's being kited around, stunned up, now called as well by Ghostic. Extra heroes coming in. They do have the snowball onto Slayer. He's going to be going down here, but immediately Lil jumping forward, trying to hit the enchant totem. He's dead. Taiga punches him up the air to kill him, but Alliance lose 6 heroes? With the buyback there of the Chaos Knight, that's at least 6.
It just became worst case in all factors. There's a ward on the cliff the whole time as well. As soon as the Weaver approached the fight, he gets caught in the Echo Slam because Lil's paying attention there. That was crucial, because if there's a Weaver in that fight, if he lands bugs on a couple guys, the damage outputs change in a big way. But it was kind of just like Alk versus the world, then it's CK versus the world. And Natus did a great job helping out, as did the Phoenix, it felt like. But that ward vision made a big impact.
And this Alchemist, as a result of this, is not far enough ahead. Odium actually have a net worth lead against an Alchemist lineup.
It's a bad sign. Alk still does have the individual net worth lead, but it's part of the CK problem.
Yeah.
And the fact that... Oh, that's right. The Weaver's number 2. But the farm level of the CK is getting really crap.
Dragon Tail, Enchant Totem, Fissure. Now, fortunately, the Sunray gave Mickey a good amount of HP, and I think it was enough that Odium read. They didn't have the burst damage possible with no Echo Slam, so they back out on that kill, making sure not to overcommit. Crimson Guard is going to help out a lot. Helps against Weaver, helps against the Chaos Knight a lot.
I don't think they really need help right now on taking less damage. It doesn't even feel like a problem. It's more like Alliance.
They found somebody, and there is a global silence, meaning a team fight. Please! Get me out of this monkey hell! All right, it looks like Odium won a fight, killing Alchemist.
It was only the Alchemist dying, okay? Does that hero even matter?
Yeah, he's not a big deal.
That was a really cool camera shot, though. I wonder how long they were working on that. There was like 7 animals. The camera went through a circle. They're like, look what we can do, guys.
Apparently enough time that they really refused.
I can't believe they just did that. Did you? What the hell? That's like an abandoned ship replay cut. You hear global silence, you're like, all right, press it, go back, go back.
It's on the schedule for 22 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's like, you know, they got to hit the time.
That's true. That guy has a job, and if he doesn't do it, he's going to be upset.
Next lobby, can we kick WePlay 3D?
That's a good idea.
Is that possible?
Clearing some stacks here. Triple stack, double stack, or something like that for Alchemist. I did like his blink pickup that he had after the Radiance. It worked out really well with the Tusk. Maybe part of the reason he picked up. It's great offensively, and in this case, if he gets saved by Tusk, it's amazing defensively because it's like Tusk himself blinking out after the snowball.
Right.
But did have to get Manta afterwards, and Manta itself didn't give him that much survivability actually. Maybe part of the problem, but not really. Just maybe not ideal team fights, I guess.
Bugs and a lot of physical damage here from Alliance. They do need a big Roshan pickup, but Odium certainly knows. Good curse to start things off. That's going to certainly scare Alliance out of that pit. On the other side, you can see Lil somewhere up north there. Kind of away from the rest of his team, but trying to get that perfect positioning to catch Alliance out while the rest of his team smokes up and pushes forward into that dire jungle.
Use it slightly too early, though. PL's going to show mid. I don't know if that's on purpose or a mistake. Smoke breaks completely. Oh, they realize.
He's going to pop the Phantasm, and immediately he's going to go for the kill on time. Naive, but the counter call. They managed to get it out for Ghostic. Echo Slam going down as well, doing a lot of damage to Koifa, but he will survive thanks to the Ice Shards. Boxy's still going in, trying to get Slayer, but he's Culling Blade down by Ghostic. The Chaos Knight and the Tusk both dead here. Nobody falls on the side of Odium, and now they're going to be able to catch more. Insania, he's going to be next up, and Stable Concoction allows them to be able to get the egg up, but it immediately dies. And now Koifa, he's slowed down with no Chemical Rage, and there's no way out of here. A second Culling Blade from Ghostic. Alliance, I think it's getting close to this being game over.
Yeah. This game felt like Alliance kind of doing what they feel like, what they think is right, a little bit with the Alk. And then Odium just completely playing the game the way they needed to. Like, the laning stage did not go well for them, but the rotations they got, what Dragon Knight did on the map in the early game, the stacks that were stolen, it all slowed down Alliance moderately enough where all of a sudden the team fight advantage that Odium has with like Earthshaker and Silencer, it just became commanding. And how many times Weaver died to a blinkless axe? It was at least like 1 or 2. 1 for sure solo kill, maybe 2 times. And now Dragon Knight's unkillable.
He's got that big level 20 talent, doubling the Dragon Blood. That was another 6 heroes dying, by the way. Tusk bought back and died again.
38 HP regen on Dragon Knight. He's died 0 times this game. They actually have no good ways to kill Dragon Knight this game, outside of Sunray.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It really was a great value last pick for them.
Yeah. And
I think he's only just now getting to the point. I don't know when he was level 18, but now he's got that Frost Dragon. That splash.
Yeah, that talent is, or that level ulti upgrade is so good. Especially against CK. CK is actually kind of useless now.
Yeah.
Worked well in the laning stage. It's just every other fight in the early mid was not good.
Now Alliance is in that really desperation mode that you see teams get where they're just like constantly split pushing as the Weaver's trying to do in this bottom lane, and just leaves you exposed to 1 or 2 rotations.
That's really all they can do at the moment though.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be enough. Dragon Knight can actually just AFK tank every single tower hit, plus dealing bonus damage, so...
I mean, they kept the one melee creep alive that's going to allow them to take tier 2 and go high ground. Mickey was cutting all the other creeps, but this one creep will unlock everything for Odium.
Jeez. Well, they've got 4 heroes up. They can slow this down a little bit. All these guys have so much armor. 28 on Phantom Lancer.
Goes forward onto Koifa. Pops his unstable concoction. Hoping he'll be able to blink and find an actual hero, and he does. But Ox immediately Manta dodges it. And with the Dragon form wearing out soon, I don't think there's any rush for Odium.
Especially now that they have shrines for free. Map control is just ruined at this point. So Quickfoot does have his BKB finish. He's queuing up a Shiva's Guard now. 1,400 gold towards that. So it's going to be all to finishes that item, and then maybe it's time to start pounding out Aghanim Scepters, but it'll be really good on Phoenix.
Yeah.
It'll be very good on Weaver too. But they've got to get there.
They just got to stall this game out for a long time. Not let too many of the heroes get picked off here. Now Taiga is going to be chain stunned here. On the side though, Mickey is going for Lil right now. Now the global silence happens right as the Reality Rift attempted pullback. So Boxy is going to now pop his Phantasm and go for Naive. Lil still being chased down by Mickey, who had the bug on him. That's going to be failed initiation there from Ghostic. Do manage to get the Dragon Tail stun onto Mickey as well, but with the call already being used, that leaves an opportunity for Mickey to be able to pop his time lapse and with full HP help his team go for Ghostic, especially with the Supernova Egg inside of that Roshan pit where they can't even see it. Ghostic does manage to kill one, almost kills Mickey as well, but the Unstable Concoction stuns come through. Now Ox is here and he's pissed off. They have not lost many of these fights and he's made make sure they don't lose this one either, but the Sunray's actually keeping Boxy alive as well as doing a lot of damage onto Ox and Naive. Naive managed to get the Dragon Tail stun. Koifa's going to be caught by the call, and sure enough, in the end, Odium is a bit too big. Even with a good start to that fight for Alliance, they will still lose it.
At some point, they just ran out of steam there. I mean, they'd already used time lapse. Weaver did not want to commit to a kill because he knows if he gets out of position a little bit, gets called, gets stunned by the Dragon Knight, it's over for him. Super dead. And then his opponents are just going to go high ground. They're still going to do that, but at least he's bought himself a little bit of time, and Al can always buy back. But they'd already committed everything. Tusk was dead. Supernova's gone. Sunray was down.
Yeah.
Do they have more ults this time? Maybe CK coming up soon? No, 60 seconds on his ult. It's going to be so long till they
Good
fight.
call. Catching Mickey. There's the blink counter from Taiga, though, with a snowball. He's going to roll in, hits Naive, does manage to get their Weaver out of there. Now, there is going to be a good Unstable Concoction that'll finish off that support. Now, Naive is about a half HP, but Boxy's currently trying to deal with Ox, and he just does so much physical damage, even to the Chaos Knight, who's pretty tanky. A Walrus Punch actually stops Naive from being able to get out there. The Unstable Concoction right as the BKB fades as well. Now, the call on to Mickey once again. No! The save comes out for the snowball. He was just about to Culling Blade him, but the Weaver is going to be bailed out once again by Taiga God as Ghostic slowed down. Another good Ice Shard trying to block him in, but Taiga is going to be trapped by Ox, who still has that Aegis, so he doesn't care about his low HP. He just wants as many kills as possible. The Unstable Concoction doesn't actually hit him because the illusion faded out. Ghostic missing the call there. Fisher comes out right as Insane was trying to Sunray his way out of there. Mickey in the back line, still trying to find a support that's easy to kill, and that's going to be Lil every single time if he can. Gets him down to about half HP, tries to approach again, pops the time lapse, but now the call once again from Ghostic. This time there's no snowball save and no Koifa Unstable Concoction either, only just now losing that silence. Ox going to be able to burn him out of all his mana. Insane comes back in with a dive, but he won't be able to help the fact that Koifa has no power without the Unstable Concoction. He just lays out swinging. Ox trying to get away, will manage to juke this one out as they're going after the wrong illusions here. Boxy stunning up what he thought was the real Phantom Lancer, but they've been juked.
That was good. Can't believe they ended up changing targets like that. It's very atypical for them to do so. Crazy back and forth fights. So close. They finally killed the Dragon Knight. Alchemist got the last hit as well. Did buy back in that engagement though. So still a ways away from his Shivas. Finishes plate mail. And also, I can't help but watch during Global Silence and be like, man, if he just had Cleave, it wouldn't matter. Like, it's actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, if you activate the stun, anytime from that moment until when you throw it, if Global Silence comes out, you're screwed. Like,
Yeah.
you have to man to dodge it, or BKB, which is a threat. If you're out of mana, no Cleave. Like, if you ever get your mana burn, no Cleave. Genuinely think the Cleave talent against a PL is like the one time where you get the Cleave talent on Alchemist, in my opinion. Someday teams will realize.
Do you also get a Battle Fury on the Alchemist?
No.
No?
That's an item slot. You can't afford that. You just need one. Look, he hits for like 200 damage right now. That Cleave is like, it's like 60 physical damage that ignores armor. You can find out within a couple hits which PL's the real, which one's the real one. You don't need your ulti cooldown or your stun cooldown even if it's low. And you don't need to worry about silence. You don't need to worry about him doppelganging. You just slap the man and you figure it out.
Yep.
And the only time that doesn't work is when your ulti's on cooldown, because then you're not attacking very fast and you're a little worried about dying. But I don't know. I'll have to play test it more, but I'm pretty sure that's the way to go.
What about a 700 damage AoE physical damage nuke though?
Yeah, that's really good. If you can do the full charge.
Yeah, I can definitely see your point about the Cleave though, especially considering the silence issues.
Yeah, against globals, it's hard.
Aghanim Scepter for Lil, so he will no longer have to deal with Mickey being such a pest. Nice jump in with the Echo Slam. Is able to catch Boxy right as he phantasms. They have the call there as well. Boxy's going to be abandoned by the rest of Alliance. As damn well he should be, honestly. This is not a fight they can win.
They spam get back immediately. They know what's at stake here. And CK actually just going super efficient items if possible. Blink and queuing up a Halberd next.
Oh, he's got him! He has no Icarus dive. Good read by Lil. He does manage a snowball. That's going to delay the death here from Insania, but he still is inevitably dead.
All right, it's carry Dragon at time.
Yeah.
It's going Maelstrom into AC. Cool option. Like it. There is a Shiva's Guard on the Alk, though, so attack speed reduction. Some AoE nuke here.
The call. On to 2, they're going to be able to pick up the Weaver, instantly buys back. The Chaos Knight is still on his death timer. He's going to come back in now. A really great Shiva's jump in and Enchant Totem, not able to land on the Koifa, who's going to come back in with the Unstable Concoction. Trying to lay the damage in is enough to be able to finish off the Earthshaker, but he's doing nothing to Ghostic or Naive. They are both too tanky for Koifa. He's got to get back to the fountain, but that is where the Weaver's going to be caught instead. Unstable Concoction doing a lot of damage onto Slayer. Poor Slayer. He's just getting ripped apart. While everyone else on Odium is super tanky, Slayer is the one hero that Alliance can always kill.
And no one else is even close to an easy kill. It's literally, maybe Lil a little bit, but he just hops away.
Yeah.
Throws this enchant totem in the air like Thor, and he flies along with it.
That's a good way to put that. I like that. We got a buyback on Boxy. They do have the Phoenix with the Supernova ready to go. Koifa makes his initiation, trying to go for Naive first. Now they're going to pull him back with that bit of minus armor. It's not even close. Look at the box. He's being chased away. They're going to turn and hit the egg instead. The snowball. That's a good snowball stun. It allows the Supernova to be able to hit on all 3 of them. Koifa, can he actually do the damage? Naive is going to be the first to fall. Ghosting is going to be caught by the stun out from Boxy as well. That's going to be 2 dead. Phantom Lancer on the run. Taiga.
If only this Observer was better. We could have seen.
He couldn't get the good ice shirt.
Man, did they? I swear that they did they attack the Frozen Sigil first? Is that what that was? Because I thought I saw something die instantly, HP wise. It felt like a building, or it must have been like Frozen Sigil that they attacked.
Could be.
They probably attacked that first, and then went for the egg, and then the snowball saved it. That was so big. Finally get an egg to explode here, and they win a team fight.
It really is impressive that probably 10 minutes ago, we said that this game really looks like it's over for Alliance. And even though the game is still really hard for them to win, they're still cobbling together decent team fights for themselves.
All right, his first eggs. It's the Weaver. He's coming for it. So now Weaver can't be the one that gets blink called, which he has been very often. And he still only has like 2,000 HP, 2,200 at this point. Very, very killable still. And it also feels like when CK goes in, CK is hard committed. In fact, he has less farm than the Tusk, less farm than the Earthshaker. He is a very poor hero here. So if you go, but they don't have a lot of other initiators, you know? It's kind of like, no matter what happens, he's going to die.
Oh. Look at Lil. He didn't just go for the Enchant Totem hit. He went for the read on where the Icarus dive was going to be. Tries to catch him with style
He
points.
echoed with that one? I mean,
so.
I don't blame it. They're way ahead right now. It's not a huge deal. He also had Arcane Rune, so.
They do have Roshan up. Alliance may try and contest that Roshan. They may regret not having that Echo Slam for another minute. We'll see. Will require Alliance to actually get vision inside that pit first.
I mean, there's no way they win the fight without Phoenix Egg anyways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Every hero is so important right now. Even little CK. She's an Aegis now. CK may still get farmed. He's picked up his GPM talent at 20.
Nice. Just stall this game out for another 10 minutes. That's 1,500 gold.
That's true. Then Elk buys you another Ags, and then 4,100 gold. Yeah. 42.
Where are the handouts?
He's working on them. Everyone's just sitting around like, please, sir. Feed me. The creeps aren't even necessarily in the base. Butterfly picked up for the PL as well, so now very hard for him to be killed once that gets delivered.
I do like how they kind of ignore the Phantom Lancer and go for these other heroes first, because it seems like PL's the worst target. You just can't kill him. You just gotta leave, like, whoever gets targeted. Ghostic does get the call on to Koifa to follow this stun up. Koifa's actually losing so much HP so quickly. The global silence stopped the time-lapse ags of Mickey. And now they have no course.
They were so fast, too. They instantly removed it using the Lotus Orb on the Tusk. It was very fast, but, I mean, by the time you realize they got to remove the silence and then they have to cast it. And it's just not going to save them. Global silence actually ruined Alliance's whole strat this game. That's what it feels like. It actually did.
The Weaver died many times because of it initially, and then a lot of the team fights were super hard because...
Even the fights where they started in good circumstances, whereas like CK gets his ulti off first, then they initiate with a stun, they were still fighting uphill because halfway through that, only half their heroes get their crucial spells off. And it's not like Phoenix wants to just be like, well, I guess I just got to ulti now just to make sure I get my ulti off, because that's not enough. They need Fire Spirits, and they need ulti, and they need all their spells. Like, Global Silence was just very crucial.
Well, that's game 2 for you. Odium, 2 strike back, saying that this new roster may not be just a fluke, that they're still in this upper bracket running. They could actually take down Alliance. That would show like a lot of promise for this team.
A major team.
Yeah.
A team that qualified for the major, that they can beat them.
Yeah.
Maybe game 2 was just a little bit of a greedy draft with the Alk pick or something, but I can't even say that. It was like they had like one hero slightly out of the meta, maybe with Alk, and one hero that's a little rare with the CK. They play Tusk a lot, but there's no way you can blame the Tusk for that game. So they just played amazing.
Well played by Odium. There's still some life in them, it seems, for this series. We're going to take a break and see the conclusion of this series.